So, 3 practices that increase your connection with your intuition. Practice number one is move your body. Our bodies are amazing. They are our temples. And because they are our temples and everything flows through our bodies, energy can get stuck in our bodies. If you ever felt like pain in your shoulders, pain in your neck, you're trying to move and all of a sudden you can't even walk, or your muscles ache, or even in your organs that you feel like you're not digesting food enough, like properly, things like that, means that your energy, it's stuck. So a way of unstucking that energy and shifting the stagnant energy, in order to move through our bodies, is to get it to move. When energy is not moving through our bodies, it affects our moods. It affects our productivity. It causes us to feel stressed, to feel overwhelmed, to feel tired, to feel physical pain, as I described before. And we all know that stress and overwhelm can block our connection with the source, because in a more spiritual level, what happens is stress can block our crown chakra and also our third eye chakra, right? And these are the chakras that connects with source, that connects with our intuition, that connects with inspiration, with creativity. So everything that is more linked with source, with the feminine energy, with the divine energy, gets blocked because these 2 chakras are blocked by stress. When you are too much in your mind, when you are, these areas here, like too much in your mind, thinking too much, or worrying too much, like it blocks these 2 chakras. And when those chakras are blocked, you simply cannot connect easily with source and with your intuition. So some things that you can do to move your body, you can do yoga if you like it, like yoga, Pilates. You can dance is an amazing one, and don't even have to be like a party wild girl. You don't need to do that. Simply moving our body, even slowly, allows for the energy to move and to get unstuck, and not get stagnant. You can walk. You don't need even to run if you're not a runner. I'm not a runner. But you can walk. So anything that it feels good to you and that raises your heartbeat, allows to move the stagnant emotions and the stagnant energy, that are keeping you really like rigid, like really stiff, right? And shifts the stress and the overwhelm into a more positive, more vibrant, and more powerful energy, which then allows you to connect with source, allows you to connect with your intuition, with inspiration, with creativity, and you'll start feeling like you start noticing things more, like the messages, the synchronicities, the signs that appear in your way, and then the curiosity starts coming to you, and that's what leads to inspiration and creativity. Practice number 2 is to ground in nature. Nature is a gift that we have, and there is no other way, like a better way, to connect with source through grounding into Mother's Earth energy. Just by being present and mindful whilst you are in nature allows you like to open your lungs, bring all the oxygen, all the oxygen into your lungs. Your breathing slows down because you are really in the moment. You do those deep breaths, you open your lungs, and your mind gets quieter because you are so taking in everything that's around you that the focus is not in the thoughts. The focus is around everything that you're just taking in, and whilst you are grounding, whilst you are being present. And when the mind gets quieter and you're not overthinking, your nervous system slows down. When you are in this calm state of mind, when you are in this being and you are switched off from the busy and loud environment. And when I mean loud and busy environment, yes, it can be, the city if you live in a busy city, but can also be like just the fact that you are constantly on social media. Social media can be very loud, can be very busy, can be very overwhelming. And just switching off for half an hour, if you can't do it like the whole day because your work depends on it or for any other reason, but if you just switch off and be present in nature, the benefits of it are amazing, because it's not only the physical benefits, but also it helps you connect with the source, with your intuition. And when you open connection with your intuition and you're not taking in the loud and busy environment, when you are grounded and in silence, you are able to hear the whispers of your soul, because your intuition, your inner voice, speaks in whispers. And if we are paying too much attention to what is going in, in our mind, like our thoughts and our worries, and or other things like distract us from being in the moment, like being social media or being around a busy environment physically, you can't hear the whispers, because they are whispers. They are very, very low. And when everything is loud around you, you just simply cannot hear your inner voice. So next time you are in nature, experiment with walking barefoot. If you are in the beach, if you are walking in the park, or even, in the back garden, just experiment walking barefoot in the grass or in the sand. Experimenting, hugging a tree, inhaling the sea fragrance, or if you are in the park, all the flowers around you, they give all these scents that are amazing. I'm having chills just thinking about it. And if you are, for instance, in a beach, you can experiment doing sand angels, like instead of snow angels, doing sand angels, touching the sand, just connecting, grounding with touch and scent more than anything. These two senses are really important when you're grounding. Tune into, nature's cycles, and just allow yourself to be inspired when you are in this present moment. Practice number 3, it's meditate. And I know a lot of people have resistance to meditation, even in the spiritual, circles. I see a lot of people, especially when they are beginning their spiritual journey, that they struggle to meditate. They struggle to sit in silence, or to remain in meditation without falling asleep. And that was me at the beginning. Trust me, I've been there. And sometimes when I'm very tired, it happens, I'm meditating, and the meditation turns into a nap. So it happens, and there is no judgment whatsoever. That's what your body needs at that moment, and we just need to listen to our body. But as I was saying before, your intuition unlocks when your mind gets quiet. The voice of intuition speaks in whispers, and if we are again too much in our heads, or being distracted, we just can't listen to it. having that resistance or that belief that meditation, it's not for you, because again, you can't sit still for more than 5 minutes or that you fall asleep. I'm here to bust this huge myth, right? Because this is a myth. Because meditation can be anything, absolutely anything that allows you to be in the present moment. Anything, and it can happen anywhere, even for just a minute. It can be when you are in the shower and you focus your attention in the water just washing over you. It can be when you are going for a walk, if you're doing habit number 2, or number 1, when you go for a walk and you focus your attention in the sounds that you can hear, the things that you can touch, how it feels every time you move your legs and you step your foot in the ground, or how it feels if you're walking barefoot in the grass. How does it feel in the soles of your feet? It can simply be setting a timer for 1 minute and just focusing on your breathing. It can also be, if you are a creative being, when you are lost in your creativity. If you're doing creative journaling, if you're doing painting, if you're doing knitting, crochet, and you are in the zone, right? When you are in the zone, your mind is quiet, and that is meditation, right? Meditation is simply anything that allows you to be in the present moment and that allows you to silence your mind, even for just a minute. So don't get tied up with the idea that you have to sit for 5 to 15 minutes to do meditation, and that you cannot sit still without starting to feel tinglings and weird sensations and all of that, or that you will might end up sleeping because it always happen. You don't need to do meditation that way. Just do a thing that feels good to you and that just allows you to be in the present moment. And what all these 3 practices, there are many more, but what these 3 practices allows you to do or brings into your life is alignment. Because when you align your energy and you align your mood and you balance your stress levels and your chakras, it facilitates, it helps with the connection with your intuition. When you are out of alignment, you are not in flow. And when you are not in flow, you cannot listen to your intuition. You struggle to connect with your intuition. You struggle to see the signs, to interpret the signs. But more important is to notice them, because many times intuition is not a voice. Well, yes, it speaks in whispers, but many people connect with their intuition through things that they see, through synchronicities, through signs and messages that they come across. And if you're not in alignment, if you are not in, with a silenced mind, you don't pay attention to those things because your mind is not there. Your heart, most importantly, is not there. When your heart is not racing and your breath is slower, your mind gets quieter. And that's when you are able to listen to the whispers of your soul. That's when you can notice the magic around you, the signs around you that are basically messages from your soul to guide you through your path. But start with one that feels good to you, that resonates, that feels easy in the way that you don't feel like you're pushing your way through it, that you're forcing it, Because if you are forcing it, again, is not in alignment with you. Is not in alignment with what your soul craves and resonates. So just do one thing, anything that resonates with your soul, that feels easy, that feels joyful, because that will light you up. And when things are easy, when things are feel good to do, you have better chances to implement the practice in a long-lasting way, rather than just dipping in and out of it. Because working with our intuition, working with connecting to source is the work. It's the work that we are meant to do as human beings. And as any work, it needs commitment, it needs practice. Because the more you practice that connection, the easier it will get. The more you can hear, the more connected you feel. And that's when many people struggle with not knowing if it's the voice of the intuition or if it's the voice of their ego, of their mind that they can hear. Because when you practice anything that allows you that connection with source and with your intuition, you are able to distinguish, you know that it feels different, that sounds different. But if you dip in and out of a habit or a practice, what happens is that you then get confused because you experience it, but then you retract it for some sort of resistance, and you didn't allow it to be embodied.